On February 16, on December 17, 2021, on Friday, the newest train called the NRSF commuter train had freight cars, but there's a lot of freight cars. Driver named Mr. Lug was the driver of the train. He had to pull big cars. This is engine JF5 and engine GF2C. These cars has boxes that are going to be delivered to the ship. They got cameras. The other cameras means it looks at the menu. The train heading down the tracks, probably 90 miles an hour. A short later, this train has a back car, a rear car that has a light. It was winter on the snowiest day on December. Christmas was coming, and new trains are gonna be new on this Rails Eliminate. Like this video, subscribe, guys. The train heading down the tracks. As a curve. Trains carry probably 50 hours or a different hour. One kind of hour when they don't go to sleep at night. They stay awake, but a little bit they go to sleep. They put the middle, so the train goes at a middle. Like when you slow down, go to the middle, you still get to be going. There are no crashes. But I don't know, these trains are running at night, or the trains are running or not running at night. That means they gotta get some sleep. A minute later, there were a station. Freight train number 2350 was approaching to a curve right by Fairfield station, where subway trains and different train stops were the subway lines. They hit the curve, but you notice at Fairfield was not a good idea. He noticed the switch was running on fire. And the train noticed. It rings the bell and blows the horn loudly. They don't notice what to do. The train was not slowing down because it was so heavy with heavy cars. But then a disaster was about to happen, and then it got on engine 1 and engine 2. Two engines brakes are burning on fire, and disaster happens. Da-da-da-da-da, dee-dee-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, dee-dee-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, dee-dee-da, da-da-da-da, The breaking news says a runaway commuter train is the freight train. The train was the runaway, and helicopter sees it, and the car sees it, and buses. The tram sauced the emergency train. No, sauced the train with the brake spring on fire. They were approaching to a station. A subway train was behind the freight train. There's nothing to do with the runaway train going out of control. The driver of the train tries to throw the emergency brakes. The subway train was chasing after the freight train. It was having an emergency problem. But no longer, as the freight train still catching to the runaway. Still a matter of minutes. They need to catch that train before it crashes. The subway train. Okay, guys, we are trying to get the train to a stop. They're trying to get too close, but the train speed was going way much faster past the red signal. Even a disaster was about to happen, and disaster strikes. Subway train went past the other little freight train, but sadly they made it. Sadly they made it. After the crash just happened, the subway train was the sad driver just went past it. The explosion just happened right by the station, right by the tunnel where the subway tunnel, where the train goes in. The freight car trains are damaged and begin to explode and come. But how could this happen? What happened was the switch begins on fire because of another train. Another train hits and a Sprite thing just boom, and even smoke begins, even fire. Trains were delayed on this line. The subway tunnel the subway tunnel is closed. It's really damaged right now. But this track is going to be still open, but it's just ripped. Because one of the last cars ripped off and hit the snow and dragging it. The NRSF, the NRSF train just stopped. Other trains are going to be pulled to somewhere else. All this for nothing, just crash. Like, this is sad why this train just crashed. Like, he could be dead at one of those cars. Rip. Like, this worst accident is, like, crazy. Like, we don't know what to do. But they wish this disaster never happened. This was on January 14th. No, was on December 17th on Friday, 2021. Just happened a minute ago. When the tracks was getting repaired, and when the freight cars are damaged or they gotta get repaired too. He wanna bring his train, but he wanna bring his two engines because he like his two engines. He like his train. He wanna take as a subway cars or a freight car again. But if he sees it again, he better slam the brakes hard before seeing it. He got his camera of a drive-real this crash. When it was getting sunny out, anything is worse is gone. Now, when subway train saw it saw smoke. No more fire now. Firefighters came to the rescue. And the singing trains came to the rescue too. As the subway train was trying to chase the train as the runaway, it was a little too late for them. The train was going way too fast to do the emergency brakes. No way how he crashed. And it makes no sense how it could just happen. The worst day ever on December 17th. All these cars are not damaged, but some of them right there. The other one right there is the red and white. Is probably little off the rails, I think, yeah. And the orange and the green one over there are still on the tracks. And the orange and the white one, yeah, they still on the tracks. But four of those cars are really, really, really damaged. On the holidays, trains begin to go here today. On this disaster on December 17th, 2021. Happy holidays. Freight train number 3305. Was pulling up to Mexico Yard where he's taking all this stuff with his orange stuff. This is G42 G45, and G40S are the new trains on December 1st. On December 1st, probably on what? February? Or it was on Monday. I don't know. I don't know which day. But December 1st, 2021. I'm just going to say it because I don't know why. They were celebrating a new train on December 1st. It was the Halloween train. It was orange and it was different. Mr. Davis was having a headache today on his line. He has a weird headache. He doesn't know. But he doesn't feel good being a driver. He said, a driver probably sucks. But when you say that, be any worse. The camera shows another freight car, a fourth freight car begins on fire. And the guy, gladly, he has cameras. You didn't tell me there were cameras over here. Like, this new route is crazy. The train was heading down the track. Oh, this one was crazy. But he noticed he was heading towards it, but he noticed he was getting bumpy. He started getting a heart attack. And eyes closed. Notice the camera shows the driver was sleeping at the signal, and it makes the train at the rails. And then disaster strikes. The train exploded. He wakes up and he saw the signal, and then he does the emergency brakes too late. No, not like super late. He runs and then it crashes. He was very injured and very hurt. The train twists like a W for real. Oh, that looks like a W. Car smashing into a house thing right there, making the cars off the rails. And the train exploded after crashing. 2 engines was exploded, but one is still on the rail, I think. The last car ball fired right there. Jeez, this looks beautiful out here. All delays was happening right now at the station. On January 7th, 2021, a freight train was called the Northern Railway Line train. Was the freight train. Was the end line of the train. It was green with freight cars, and this is engine BS and engine BS4. It has black rocks and dirt. The train was very heavy. Oh. Are you serious? People saw the train going slowly because it was so heavy. The train horn sound like this. So that was the train sound. When I was trying to switch, it hit snow and making the brakes getting froze. The snow got in the brakes, making the brakes when supplied. It was only a little bit of snow, but this is the worst. So guys, the driver saw snow, and he noticed. What was that? That it just went in my brakes, I think. It says snow in his brakes. So when it was hitting a curve, getting dark outside, the train was going more faster down the tracks. So those are the two cars. Okay. When they approached to a station, notice a disaster was about to happen. He realized he gotta do something fast. Before a disaster happened. It tells to go to 65 miles an hour, but they're so slowed down quite. He throws the emergency brakes, and then disaster strikes. The train exploded and it was too late.